You okay? Feeling airsick?
Actually, now that you mention it, not at all. These starships are a remarkably
Go
smooth
get them
ride, all
snackies,
things
yes.
considered. Nothing like being at sea, thank goodness.
Glad to hear it. That device there caught your eye, huh?
I know you love it, Lexi. That's why I was gonna ask, do you want to see the rundown too?
Of it.
It's a healing pod. It fixes injuries and illnesses.
Oh, you don't say. Well, that should definitely come in handy if any of us get injured while we're down there.
This is a very small ship compared to what I saw in like earlier.
No, I was just thinking back to when I escaped Lennigus, that's all. What with the ceremony and losing control, I was a total mess. Naori laid me inside here.
So, you're saying you got in this thing straight after escaping? Would that mean you were inside for 300 years?
Yes, it sounds
And he doesn't look a day over 21. Damn, what's your secret, King?
Don't even ask me why I stayed asleep all that time.
That's definitely quite some lie-in, all right. But still, whether you meant to or not, I sure am glad that it's this century that you finally woke up in.
What do you mean?
With the amount of fighting we've done, we would have never made it this far without you. And not only that, but... Alphen, can you recall back to what it is that I said to you? Back when we left Menancia? About the dream of coexistence,
Lexi, I'll show you as soon as
and needing
cutscenes
to learn what it entailed?
Because I need a good stopping point
Of course.
soonish for the game.
That's why you came with us, right? To learn what you couldn't at home.
Even in that time, I was well aware that what I was living was a lie. But at the same time, I also felt really compelled to fulfill my brother's wishes. I'll always remember him fondly. But the coexistence we're fighting for isn't for him. It's for people now, and those still to come. The world's bigger than just Menancia. My dream is for all Danans, wherever they might be, to be free. If I've learned anything on this journey, it's that. And the one who brought me along was you, Alphen. I'll forever be grateful to you.
Well, we're not out of this forest just yet. You should probably save your thanks. At least, until we've dealt with the Red Woman.
I know. But whatever we find when we get down there, I'm through looking the other way.
Kisara.
Probably getting a little ahead of myself, huh? Let's take things one step at a time.
Alright, cool. This is the perfect time to go back to that little fucking TED Talks presentation I made. Okie dokie. Give me a sticker. I didn't move my mic for the process. I'm sorry. You had to hear the squeaky. You had to hear the squeaky fucking arm I have. Oopsie, sorry. But here is... Oh shit, my controller stopped. Alright. I hope whoever is still hanging out has either not seen this presentation yet before or doesn't mind seeing it again. This is the Angel Presents the Lore Dump of Tales of Arise. I'm just not going to write out that title. So once upon a time, there was a world called Rena, and they had a little place called Lennigus. And Rena invaded Dana and made all the Danans slaves for 300 years. Back before those 300 years, this guy right here was abducted 300 years ago, so way before this point, and he was experimented on to become a thingy called the Sovereign, so a little king man. But it went bad, and he went ahead and kind of fucked shit up over here. But that was before the game plot. So after he went to sleep for 300 years and came into the plot of the game, he met this lady called Shion, who has spiky electric darkness thorns that happen to her whenever someone touches her, and they get hurt because of it. And she has come down to Dana, where the game takes place, to rid herself of the thorns and take out all the lords because of it. And along the way, they meet a little baby with a book. And then they meet another little baby with big punchy arms. Then they meet a tall lord, one of the lords along the way, who's sophisticated and shit, and his guard with big boobies. And together, they take out all five realms of Dana. So fire first, light, earth, which is where this lord comes from. So he's fine, he's good. He's not gonna get hurt. He's just chilling, he's just vibing. Then we take out wind and water, and after we take out water, we got from all these realms these little orbies called master cores that take up all the astral energy, which is magic in the game. And we take all of them, and when they come together, they make this big one, this big energy thingy called the Renis Alma, and that's what the Xion was looking for to stop her big spiky ouchie thorn, electricity thorns. But behold, before that happens, before she can use it, a lady in red, a red woman as they call her, took the Renis Alma and fled away to where they think is Rena, or over here, most likely, which is where we're going at the moment. Along the way, before we got to the point of the game that I am in now, Red Woman, yes. Lennigus, this place that got fucked up 300 years ago and has been enslaving these people for 300 years, shot down to Dana a dinghy called a wedge. So a big spear that takes all of Dana's astral energy, which is like life and magic and shit, and is shooting it back to Rena, or Lennigus, and stealing it, basically killing the planet in a way that Captain Planet would say is no good. And what we're trying to do now is take this ship to go all the way there to stop this wedge from taking all of Dana's energy, and to find this rad woman and get back to Renis Alma, because we've learned just recently that Xion's thorns are actually kind of killing her. They make it so that she can't die in like any kind of fight or anything like that. She can only die when they demand her to die. And what she was trying to do with the Renis Alma was basically kill herself along with the thorns so that they don't do something tragic. And the tragic thing they were going to do was cause oblivion. Oblivion. If she had let the thorns keep on going without doing anything about it, they would go over here to the two worlds and just go... Wait. More. I need more. Cause oblivion to happen. So, she was trying to sacrifice herself for the entirety of the game, and finally admitted to her friends that she made along the way that that was what her goal was. Alfin, this man, the one that has been her friend the longest, and has been this ride or die man this entire time for her, because they've been slowly falling in love, because of course they have been, has promised her, along with everyone else, that they will find a way to keep her alive while still taking away the spiky bad thorns, so that she can live a normal life, and they can save Rena, Lennigus, and Dana, and stop this war between the two people, and make coexistence happen. And that is the plot as we know it now. I have added more details. I just did not draw... Wait, no, I did draw on the wedge. It's right here. That is the plot as we have it. Thank you so much for coming and joining us for the second edition of the TED Talks. I am super duper clipping that for later.
You're breathtaking!
I am super duper clipping that later.
Congratulations! 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 Congratulations!
Thank you. Thank you. Man, I should have been a professor of gaming lore. I'm so good at explaining it in the fastest way possible. I hope everyone now has a thorough understanding of the plot as we now have it. I didn't explain anything like character dynamics or anything like that, because that is really special and important to me in Tales of Games, and I would implore you to play it so that you can see them yourself. But thank you for coming
about ready?
and joining.
We'll soon be making preparations to land.
Before we do that, Just what exactly should we expect when we get down there?
Kisara has a point. Now
We
that
need
I
to
think
talk
of
after
it,
streaming. I
I
need you
don't
to
know
help.
the first
I
thing
need
about Lenegus.
need
I'd like to
you
hear more
to help
too.
break down Fear and
It's
Hunger
been
lore with
centuries
me.
since I was
I
last there.
am
They
so
didn't exactly
ready for
give me
this
the grand
mission.
tour.
I love really complicated
Very
plot.
well.
I'm a Kingdom Hearts
First
fan
and
for a
foremost,
reason, goddammit.
Lenegus
I'm
is-
here for it. Let's do it.
was the base of operations in charge of the crown contest on Dana. Of course, it also happens to be a city in its own right, complete with its own independent society. Its social structure is based on a strict hierarchy. Put simply, the strength of an individual's astral arts carries great weight.
Enough to determine someone's social rank, you mean? But astral arts are innate, right? So people's positions are fixed at birth.
They can be honed with the right
That
training,
sucks.
and there are admittedly other factors at play. But yes, that's basically the gist.
That fucking sucks.
As a result, family lines that churn out lords and their contenders wield disproportionate influence, and those lineages are treated as nobility.
Those capable of only weak astral arts are effectively an underclass, denied the right to descend to Dana even if they wanted to. Still, even the lowest rung on the Renin ladder is considered superior to being a Danon. Keep that in mind down there.
Thanks for the warning. As a lord, Dohalim must have been pretty high up in the pecking order, right? What about you, Shion?
Come on, you've seen her skill with astral arts. You really need to ask?
Fair point.
No, she was
On
still
arts alone,
like
you're right. I'd have been sitting
isolated.
pretty. But you're forgetting my thorns. They weren't exactly an invitation to high society.
I would invite you to all the parties, Shion. We could sit in the corner together
Sorry.
and talk about how we're
No,
really
it's
socially
fine.
awkward.
It's refreshing to
For
be
different
around
reasons,
someone
but
who
still.
says what they're thinking. Life's less complicated that way.
Jeez, give backhanded compliments much?
Wait a second. Are you? He is! Lost blushing!
I am not!
He is not, I can tell.
Of course, separating people into castes based on something arbitrary like arts is discrimination at its worst. As if such simplistic criteria could
Okay,
ever be a
Lexi.
measure of
I will
someone's
stream
worth.
for as long as I possibly
this
can, but
red
I do
woman,
work sadly.
are we
I have
expecting to find her
end
on Lenegus?
soon.
I would
I'm
wager
pretty sad
so.
about it. As you can
Lenegus
tell,
is too
I'm
deeply
having a
involved in
good
all this to
time.
discard the
Very good time.
possibility.
I woke the fuck up.
Chances
I was
are
falling
she's
asleep
also
during the
connected
boss.
to the Renis Alma being
was
stolen from us
dozing.
in Pelegion.
If the Renis Alma is being used to exploit Dana, we need to take it back at all costs.
I had a moment
That
where
red
I
woman's got a
I
lot
think
to answer for.
I'm like sure
Just as
3
well I've
times
got
in
a
that
ton of
fight I stopped
questions.
moving, and at one point I responded to something the character
We're
said
about
like
to
a
land.
minute afterwards
The
because my
descent could
brain
be a
was like
little
slow
bumpy,
motion.
So brace yourselves.
But I'm
If there are
awake.
clues about
I'm
your
alert.
thorns
I'm
out there,
here.
Shion, we'll find them.
I forgot to give Dohalim glasses. I'm gonna take off the glasses on Shion and Alpha, and he's gonna be the nerd now. Yeah, we're going there. That's Lenegus.
There's no one here. I wasn't expecting a welcome mat, but still.
Lenegus's infrastructure is largely automated. Besides, people won't be expecting incoming traffic while the crown contest is still underway.
Ooh.
Do you think anyone realizes that we're here?
We may not have received a royal welcome, but I doubt our entrance went unnoticed. Don't let your guard down.
I really hope we don't have to fight anybody while we're here.
So now what? We've come all this way on a hunch that this red woman is here, right? And if we're lucky, the Renis Alma too. Any idea where we should start looking?
There is an area of the city that is accessible only to the sovereigns, known as the Forbidden Zone. That seems as good a place as any for us to
That
start.
is the lamest name I've ever heard for like a secret hiding
Forbidden?
place.
What are they hiding?
I don't know.
Like, it's to the
Hence
point.
my desire to find out.
It's very clear to
Fortunately,
understand,
we just so happen
but
to
it's
have
not
a
a cool
sovereign in
name.
our midst.
I'm giving you all 0 points for that naming.
In any case, changing the shape of a huge structure such as Lenegus would have required an immense source of power.
Then you think that source might have been the
Forbidden
Renis
Zone
Alma?
makes me think as soon as I enter it, I'm gonna be in a Sonic level.
Precisely. Alphen said that he remembered the Renis Alma being used in the spirit channeling ceremony 3 centuries ago. Whatever the ceremony's purpose, if preparations are underway for it to be held once more, then the Renis Alma might be in the same place as last time, possibly together with the Red Woman. Hiding something of that worth in the residential quarters would only court trouble. In which case...
It stands to reason we should be looking somewhere normally out of bounds. Is that it?
Indeed.
But it's been over 300 years since I was made a sovereign. You can't seriously think I'll be able to waltz right into the place after all this time.
There's only one way to find out. If there's even a chance you can get us in, I say we give it a shot.
Go,
Shion's right.
go,
Who knows? We might even find a clue to her thorns while we're at it.
All right. It's not like we're swimming in leads, so let's try to track down the Forbidden Zone. Beyond that wall.
I'm putting on nerd glasses. Let's see, we have sunglasses, which make him look cool. We have retro glasses that also make him look cool. We have those glasses and this glasses. Oh, he's wearing a monocle. He's that sophisticated and smart, man.
The capital city where Shion and Dohalim used to live, no less. Who knows what we'll find on the other side.
Cool, so I can go back anytime. Oh, I can have just fast travel. What the fuck? Why is there a quest here now? Where did you come from? What the hell? I just left! Technically, I shouldn't be able to go back. But here we are, where I'm gonna contemplate it. You know, you're waiting your fucking turn. You should have shown up when I was doing all the other errands for all the other people across the world. You now need to put on the glasses. Fair point. Okay, hold on. Ta-da!
Thinking about what could be
Wow,
lurking
I started
out
the
here
skit
is
by
giving
doing
me
that.
the heebie-jeebies.
So much power.
For such a loudmouth, you sure can be a worrywart at times.
Oh, I'm sorry. How stupid of me for wanting us to stay safe.
Would you two children stop squabbling? Or do you want everyone to know we're here?
You two were busy squabbling.
So how many Renans actually
Bluey.
live in this place?
I couldn't tell you exactly, though not as many as you might expect.
Verity, I put the monocle on
Machines
this
and
fancy
Zoogles take
man.
care of most of the city's basic functions.
There's Zoogles out here too, huh? Sounds like we can't afford to let our guard down after all.
Well, welcome to Lenegus, Birdie. This is where Shion and Dohalim grew up. From wee little babbies to tall, cool, hot people. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Welcome. It's in disarray. Child, get down from there. That's dangerous.
What in the world?
This being Renin territory, I was prepared for a lot of things to look different. But this is a bit more than I anticipated.
The very foundations of the city have shifted. What could have caused this?
When Lenegus changed shape, it must have had an effect on the interior too.
Maybe when they sent the wedge down to Dana?
But they wouldn't move around the places where people live. These are their homes, right?
I would think the citizens themselves didn't have much say in the
man.
matter. Either way, locating the Forbidden Zone just became that much trickier.
Dohalim? Is that you?
Avakir, I'm glad to see you're well.
So it is you! But why are you here? Shouldn't you be down on Dana participating in the crown contest? And these people.
So you haven't heard what happened on Dana, then?
Heard what?
Someone you know?
An old friend.
Hey, Dohalim. Don't tell me you've started keeping company with...
They're with me. More importantly, what's happened here?
Yeah, just stop that conversation right
I'm
there.
really
we do not need to
sure.
start this song
The
and
city's
dance again.
foundations began to shift without warning, and now everything looks like this. We're all waiting for the Sovereign to tell us what's happening, but so far...
Avakir, listen to me. We're looking for the Forbidden Zone. Do you have any idea where we might find it?
The Forbidden Zone? What business could you possibly have
Suddenly be
there?
reminded of the glasses.
Trust me. The
Our
less
very
you know, the
versatile
better.
Moon from Hololive.
You're just the same as ever.
Oh, I gotta remember to make a glasses.
I wish
thing.
I could help.
Make
but
glasses
what
for
with
my
the changed
VTuber
topography,
too.
I can barely locate my own home.
Of course, people
Let
are gonna still
alone
want to
the
see the
Forbidden
nerd
Zone.
glasses on.
Very well. It
Gotta
looks like
remember
we'll
to
have
get
to find
later.
the way there ourselves.
This is really
Have
off
you
topic,
seen
but my brain
Faria
is
yet?
grumbling due to it. What's up, Birdie? Ask any question. I will be free to
No.
answer. Potentially.
I see. Well,
So you know KH2
nothing
playing.
much
Yes!
has changed with her. If anything, she's probably even more...
I can well imagine.
Why did you come back? You know it can only result in pain for you both.
I've no doubt of that.
You really are the same as ever. Fine, I understand. Just don't say I didn't warn you.
Yo, ZX, you want to get fucked up?
Take care of yourself.
I was
Dom?
listening to this guy talk, right? And he sounded really fucking familiar. Like, very recently fucking familiar. He's the same voice as Ganabel, and it was tripping me up for so long. Is it a fucking sequel
So
because
who's
BBS
Faria?
is a prequel because
Law?
the rest? It's even made more hurty because of its running
If what
alongside
Avakir said
KH1.
is true, it would seem the people of Lenegus are being kept in the dark about what's happening down on Dana.
They seem to be just as clueless about what's going on up here in their own world.
Give me a
Despite the
second,
fact that it's
honey.
actually here that the wedge originally came from.
We need more information. Let's talk to the citizens, see what we can find out.
While we're at it, we can ask them about the Red Woman, too.
And don't forget about finding the way to the Forbidden Zone either.
Let's leave the talking to Shion. We can't have a bunch of Danins poking their noses around.
Good idea.
I
I think
see.
that's for the best.
I shall assist.
I think as soon as I see Chia
You
Pet, I'm just
sure?
gonna pick up the bottle.
Being a lord on Lenegus has its advantages.
Right. Then we'll leave it to you two. The Danins among us should probably keep our heads down.
What if people freak out?
I shall explain it away by saying I'm leading you.
What are we, dogs?
Bark, bark, little boy. No, not the children. I hydrated. Okay, is 2.0, is it a fucking sequel because BBS a prequel? Because BBS a prequel because of the rest. It's made even more hurty because of the running alongside KH1. It is a prequel, love. By the context of us talking about Kingdom Hearts 1 in specific, it is a prequel. If we were to talk about BBS solely in the conversation, it'd be a sequel to BBS. Just like, basically you can see 2.0 as just a continuation of the final chapter from BBS, which you get when you do everyone's route in BBS in the first place. So you can just think of it like that, because that's basically what it is. What are you doing? Can anyone hear me? Please, someone answer me. What's going on? Why can't I reach anyone? Bark, 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 bark. With everything all topsy-turvy in the residential quarters, there's a lot of injuries. Stuff keeps dropping on people and they're also falling down. I'm sorry. It was not my fault, but I'm sorry.
Oh, dear me. What an unspeakable mess this has all become. Just look at the state of our city. Even the Zeugles have stopped heeding our commands. Whatever did we do to deserve this?
You really have no clue what might have caused this?
Would that I have. Alas, there was no warning, no prior decree. His Highness must have deemed it unnecessary for us to know.
Bang, 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 bang.
We
bang.
have no choice but to grin and bear it. But do my eyes deceive me? Could I really be standing in the presence of his lordship, Dohalim of the House Ilkaris? I believed he was on Dana.
Old man, your eyes are deceiving
Your
you.
eyes
You're
do
going
not
loony.
deceive you. It is I, one and the same.
Fuck. Why
I
you
have
gotta be
returned
so
to fulfill a
honest?
special duty, the details of which I cannot divulge.
As your lordship wishes. First, Lenegis mutates beyond recognition. Now this unexpected visit. The Sovereign's plans are inscrutable indeed. The Ilkaris house has produced a great many lords over the centuries. I shall be praying for your victory in the latest crown contest.
Your good wishes do me an honor.
You don't have work today? I do have work today. I will be ending the stream very shortly. With BBS as a prequel that requires you already know what happened up to that point, reminder K is written sequentially. Yeah, you have to play the games in order of when they release. It's honestly the easiest bet. But yeah, this is when it gets all fucky-wuckied up. Like, this is all the way down here. And I don't know if anyone's trapped inside that building, but they ain't coming out. That's all the way up there instead of it being, you know, right on level with us. That's fucked up. This is fine, actually. This is fine. That's fucked up. That's slanted, so it's not gonna go back down anytime soon. Oh, look, an item. Heal her. In all my years, never have I seen such potent healing arts. Thank you so much for taking the time to help an old woman like me. Ooh, fancy parfait.
Everything will be okay now.
I know the basics of healing arts, but my skills pale in comparison.
Huh? Where am I? I just went out for a walk, but now I don't know where I am. I don't know. Everything's falling apart and looks completely different. I can't get a hold of Mother and Father either. You have nothing to fear, kids. I'm sure there's a reason for everything that's going on. They deserve the suffering. They should have built better. Well, I don't think they... This place is entirely built. Besides, as much as we can have this debate about them being bad because of what they did for 300 years, these people are not the reason their place is in disarray, and it's still not great to see people suffering, no matter who they are. But even the Zukals are running loose. That seems dangerous. Zukals are nothing more than our servants. They may have gotten out, but I assure you, I'll have them back under control before long. If you can consider yourself to be proud Renans, then be brave. We'll have the situation fixed before you know it. I will play the skittle, and then that's where
What
the stream
could
will
be
end.
so important? It's worth destroying people's livelihoods and homes in the
2.0
process.
explaining why Mickey is
It's
shirtless
just
is hilarious.
Unbelievable.
I love
Uprooting
you,
an entire
but you
city as
drive
if it
me
were mere
wild.
building blocks. Someone's got an awful lot of questions to answer.
From how it looks, they must be siphoning off astral energy from Dana, and then sending it to Rena.
But why do all this? What for? Surely they can't be using all that energy for the crown contest.
Whatever their purpose, disrupting their siphoning process alone won't be sufficient. Not while we still don't know what their endgame is.
He's right. We need to stop this from happening ever again.
This Forbidden Zone might be where we find some answers, right? So what are we waiting for? Let's get moving!
You heard him. We don't have time to stop and chat. Let's move.
Let me say something. Oh yeah, I can see who we're gonna take care of today. Of course we're gonna give the love around. Lovelies, lovelies, lovelies. I do have to end the stream now. I have to get ready for work. And that means I have to let you go. It's been a hell of an amazing day. So much love was given to me. I'm so happy. I'm gonna go into work with so much more positive energy, but it's slowly gonna die. Then be positive, be positive. Everyone who joined and stuck around from all the raids, thank you so much. And everyone who's been here before, been hanging out for a while, been a part of this ride for a long time, thank you so much for being here again for me. Y'all, streaming is something I'm really trying to do my best to be good at. And I really went into today after writing notes about how to like engage chat better, because I'm trying not to like let it get all nice and quiet, even though I know people like to lurk because they're comfortable with me in the background while they're doing their work and shit. I went into the stream today with that energy, and I'm glad that it came out in its own special way, and I'm glad I have this new skit where I can explain the plot with little funny doodles. I'm gonna keep on doing that from now on. That's a new mainstay. But thank you all so much. I cannot say so much enough